31.2. There's another car here. Maybe you'll have company. I hope they're nice. This is Ethan Pond Trailhead. I'm at the top of a little road. I think it's 0.3 miles from the highway. And that little road is, on this day, still open, but it won't be long. We're just waiting for some snow, and all these mountain roads will begin to close for the winter. Ethan Pond Shelter, 2.6 miles. I saw the people who were parked in the lot, and they stayed at the shelter last night, and they said everything was fine. Point 3, halfway. So if you kept walking that way a long, long ways, then you would eventually come to Zealand Hut. Amazing. Oh wow. The pond. Oh wow, a mountain. Oh wow, I'm freezing. Let's find the shelter. Oh my goodness, the wind. No, here it comes. Oh no. Wow. That breeze really took things down a notch. I am really cold now. Okay. It is 1:30 in the afternoon. It is 20 degrees and there's wind. And the wind is blowing directly into this shelter. Anyway, I have plenty of hours to feel how it is, and if I decide it's not okay, I'll go back to my car. But for now, let's look around. I've never been here before. I am standing outside the shelter, looking down a little hill, and beyond these trees is the pond. Then off to the left is the trail that brought us in here. And there is the shelter, obviously. We are on the Appalachian Trail. Just to the right is the caretaker's platform, where they would assemble a semi-permanent kind of tent. Here is the privy. There's the remains of a discarded old sleeping bag. It says the overnight fee is collected year-round. Well, now I'm going to go look at 5 platforms and a cooking area. Here is platform 1, and right beyond you can see the second platform. Here is platform 2. You can see the glare of the sun off the snow on the pond, and it's kind of cool to know that's the pond that you're looking at. And then right across from this is the cooking area. They have a bear box and places to sit. This is platform 3. Again, I can see the pond through trees, quite nice. And you can only barely see number 2, so a bit of buffer zone. A bit further is number 4. And not much of a view, but sort of. And then a bit farther down is the last one. Here is the last one, platform number 5 at the end, so surrounded by quiet woods. So my fingers became unacceptably cold, and I realize all of me is a little bit cold. This is a big shock because so far on my winter camps, when I wear the puffy pants and the down jacket, I've been very warm. I have another sweater. I have another pair of long johns I can layer. And I will, but I'll have to take this stuff off to put that layer on. So for now, I just stopped touching my camera and stuff. And I have these mittens inside of a hand warmer because I absolutely have to be okay to do this and come here to freeze. However, the thought of leaving has definitely crossed my mind. Either way, I'm definitely going to eat my hot meal right about now. Maybe I shouldn't blow on it. The wind kind of stopped. The wind is over there now. The warm meal very much warmed me up from the inside. The hand warmers in the mittens also helping a lot. I don't feel cold now, except for my toes. I set up the tent, the wind has died down, and I'm feeling much more optimistic about this being just fine. I was getting everything together with the tent and noticed the sun has set. There's just a little glow left, so I really need to go see that. So if this is looking west, a little bit to the south, what do you suppose I am looking at over there? We know that Zealand is sort of that way-ish, but maybe more north. Shouldn't I recognize some of those? If you look this place up on Google Maps, someone has put a picture from August with the moose out there. It's very beautiful and wonderful, except that there isn't a path around the lake, and these dangerous rocks with big holes full of water is the only place to view the lake. This is the walkway. It's just difficult, so I need to be very careful. The forecast tonight calls for clear skies and very low temperatures. It's 5 o'clock. It is 16 degrees. There's that moon, that pesky moon. It's lighting up the scenery, which is pretty good. But it does make this camera stuff a little bit tricky. It's so amazing to me that my camera can video at night. Do you see that bright light crossing the screen there? That is the International Space Station. I have an app that tells me which direction it will come from and how high it will cross the sky. And there's people up there. Okay, it's time to get in the sleeping bag. It's gonna be okay. I did not put the screensaver on. What do you call it? The tent fly. I didn't put the tent fly on because what difference does it make? The goal is not to create warmth with a tent. It's just a safety space. It's 6:20, so I'm definitely not tired. But yeah, you either have to be active to stay warm, or I guess get in the sleeping bag. These booties have a synthetic material inside. This summer, when I was hiking many of the high summits here in New Hampshire, I found that it often got harder as I neared the summit. But every time, once I got to the peak, I felt a huge sense of relief. The hardest part was over, and now I had reached it, and now it would be easier, like as I went downhill. I had done it. And I feel a similar sensation for winter camping. And going to sleep at night is like nearing the summit. It's a difficult time in a way, but you're so close. And then in the morning when I wake up, I feel that same huge sense of joy and relief that I did it, and it was great. Well, it's not morning right now. Here we are outside just after 4 in the morning, and the sky is much blacker now, the moon having set last night. Now 5 in the morning. A little bit of a problem is that my Nalgene is totally frozen, and that was inside this insulator, so I thought that would be enough, and I left it outside the tent. Yeah, but it's 8 degrees, so that was obviously a bad idea. So I guess I'm gonna get back in my tent and maybe try to defrost that. Good morning. Actually, it was plenty warm in that sleeping bag set up last night at 8 degrees, and it is still 8 degrees. It's phenomenal. Like, it worked. All those fluffy things actually worked. How am I alive in this situation right now? Yeah, there's all kinds of ice, and it was so cool last night because there are these cracks from inside the tree. I believe like the sap freezes or expands, something like that. And so once in a while you hear this crack. And the other really cool sound was the ice on the pond. Kind of like every 2 hours, you hear this big, not a crack, kind of like a gurgle. Bigger than that, though. I don't know I wish I could get that on video. Another cool thing that happened overnight, bunny prints. The snow hare has gone all around. He must have been sitting right outside the shelter where I was in my tent. It's still frozen. That's why it looks funny. Part of it is not frozen. I want to drink it. I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Oh man, that tastes good. So I have to get the stove going full blast, even if I use all the fuel. Yes. Can I put that in there? There. I also brought some blueberries. Oh, they're fine. Hold on, let's see. Oh, they're frozen. Berry blueberry. To make tea, which will be enough liquid to get me back to my car. All right. I'm about ready to go. And my last thought is that I should maybe try to carry out this sleeping bag that someone left here ages ago. It's very old and dirty. I don't think anyone's coming back for it. Therefore, it is trash. Therefore, it is litter. Deck of playing cards. This is the right thing to do, right? It's trash. Why would I have a doubt about this? This is the right. Look at. It's all ripped up, and no one's coming back for this. So, okay, I can do it. Here we go. Let's go. Goodbye, Ethan Pond. Almost halfway. On this trip, I learned that just because you have an Nalgene bottle insulator, that does not guarantee your water will not freeze, especially if you leave it outside the tent and it's 8 degrees. A common winter camping tactic is to put boiling water in your Nalgene bottle and put that inside your sleeping bag and sleep with it. That will raise the temperature inside the sleeping bag by 10 degrees. I've never really been interested in that trick because I don't want water in my sleeping bag and I'm warm enough in there without it. However, after this trip, I will be reconsidering that idea. In any case, I will certainly take more care to check on the water and to make sure and keep that Nalgene inside the tent. I think that might have made the difference. Oh, and the last bit of happiness is when you see your car and it's well. This whole gallon is frozen solid.